стоит накрасить купюры. Along with paintings, I've always had a passion for poems. And poetry, I feel like, is even more gatekeepy than art is. You have to have some kind of backbone of experience to be considered a poet. And I've always felt this shame for sharing my poems. Only a handful of people in my whole 27 years of life have read my poems. I don't write them often. When I'm inspired, I do, and then I just hoard them. At this point, why just not share them? But I thought of one thing better, is to combine my poetry and my art together. So today's painting is going to be inspired by my own poem about toxic relationships. From my own personal experience of toxic relationships, not exclusively romantic, where you just feel like that you were in a trance or you're in a state of mind that you can't explain now, but you see clearly now what you couldn't when you were back in that situation. You would ignore any red flags, you would ignore any mistreatment just for the sake of, and there are a couple of reasons why you could be doing that. For me, it's being a good person. The reason that I was trying in my toxic relationships was that I'm an A-type personality and I need to do better, whatever it is. And I kept thinking that I was just not trying enough, and I kept trying and exerting myself and just letting myself be beat black and blue just for the sake of the relationship working. Now looking back and reflecting on it, it felt like I was in a haze. I was breathing some toxic fumes that were messing with my mind. And then at one point, those fumes just disappeared and I saw clearly and I evacuated as fast as possible. So this painting is a rumination on that and materializing my thought on that in a very straightforward way. Hope you enjoy. Imagine that we're in 1920s, some speakeasy bar, and I'm reading you some poetry of mine. And you have to pretend that it's genius. It's called Gaslight and Fume. And I'm going to dramatically read it for you. You got me for free, and you took me for granted. I learned to walk with lighter feet in other acts that you commanded. Lighter than feather, softer than cotton. A promise that's given is a promise forgotten. Paler than death, this ride was no vacation. I fought until my knuckles bled, and gave my all without hesitation. You have no name. You have no you. I wish I had concealed myself. I wish I had the right to sue. Lion in sheep's clothing, or sheep with lion mane. One way or another, you trained me to obey. Straight into the spider web. This was my fall from grace. Tango with shadows, a phantom embrace. I kept on serving better, in hopes you'll gift your soul. Alas, beneath the sensitive veneer, there lies an ominous black hole. Shackled by whispers, entrapped by the hum. If you ever let go, you'll get burned by the sun. So you held on to me, deadly grip, but the fumes briefly messed with your sight, took my chance to break loose.